And we are live. Hello and welcome everybody to GSI. I'm Lucas as per usual, and we're joined with Tobias, our co-organizer for our GSI tournament. Toby, it's great to have you here.
Happy to.
Yeah, how are you doing?
I'm fine, and you?
I'm fine as well. Thank you very much. Okay.
I think. Well, so far, how happy are you with the tournament and how it is going?
It's quite surprising how some stuff has turned out so far. We had people attempting all kind of cheesy stuff. We had a lot of debate whether some of this cheesy stuff was legal within the rules defined by us. We had a couple of teams dropping out from the tournament.
Unfortunately, yeah.
For reasons ranging from being unhappy with the rules, but most of the people that dropped out were just too busy with their private lives. Anyway, we still have a lot of teams left here. Quite a lot of teams also dropped during the initial phase. Hi Paul in the chat. Paul is writing, they were French people, of course it was cheese.
Yeah.
Okay. We also had quite a couple of huge donations. So this was rather surprising for me. We had, I think it was 3 people in total reaching out to me and donating stuff. So we had someone from our GSI Discord with the name of Apu who decided to donate a whole bunch of game keys, and we also have I think it was actually three people who donated money to the tournament. All of these proceeds, so all of the money, all of the game keys, of course, go into the prize pool. There even was a guy from China who offered to donate some money. I don't have the exact figure with me right now. In exchange for allowing him to cast all these games for Chinese YouTube.
Oh, and did you agree?
Yeah. So
we have our first contract, like the soccer team who is selling their games.
Yeah.
TVs.
From
Nice.
now on, GSI is the German sellout initiative.
And we are maybe super big in China, like super famous, like all the table tennis players from Germany. Nobody knows them in Germany, but in China they're like superstars.
Probably.
Well.
Okay. Anyway, what are we here for today? We have a small announcement regarding the rules, but also we've passed the initial stage of the tournament. So I'm here in Geelong right now, and these are the match results so far. I know that not all of these games have been casted yet by us. However, there have been a lot of great casts by other YouTube channels, which are all linked in our Discord. Feel free to check them out. Some great people doing some great work there. We are still trying to cast as many games as possible here, but so far we are a bit behind in schedule. However, what is going to happen next? Toby, could you open the flip chart the spreadsheet that you're having for a second?
Let's first talk about the Heli Rush topic, because
it's also coming up in the chat. Hi, Nicholas. the German Helo Rush initiative. Okay, Nicholas, let me address this straight up first. We've had some longer discussions about this, and we are all aware that Helo rushing is a sensitive issue, and that Helo rushing could be constituted as very cheesy gameplay, especially if you do this to an extreme extent. You either get shot out of the sky and effectively lose the game, or you're able to completely destroy the enemy with your opener, which is probably the prime definition of cheesy gameplay. However, of course, there are some openers which rely on helicopters to quickly pull into sectors, which we would not count and classify as Helo rushes. So we, for any future games that are played from this day onwards, we've modified the rules a bit. Toby, yeah, I found it.
So I didn't put in the text you sent me yet, but I will put it.
So this is the current clause in the rule set for this. We are updating this. Toby, if you want to do this right away, right now.
Okay.
So we decide to define Helo rushes as attacks with more than 7 choppers, I think, into reinforcement sectors. So if you into reinforcement sectors, Heligate. So this should clarify stuff for the future. I'm well aware that this is no perfect definition. However, we still hope that that you all try to keep in the spirit of competitive playing. We had a couple of guys who who tried to cheese their openers with dropping bombs into the enemy opener and stuff like this. Here we won't intervene for now, but given that the tournament is now moving into the next phase, we will try to enforce the rules more strictly to keep everything in a good spirit. Okay, having said this, we also got some feedback regarding the map pool, and oh gosh, this document is so long. We've decided to modify the map pool by adding Plunging Valley and Punch Bowl. Both maps.
Punch Bowl was there before.
Oh, Punch Bowl was there before. Okay, but we've added Plunging Valley. We didn't add anything else so far yet.
No.
Okay, so we've added Plunging Valley. Hopefully, enabling quite a bit of new gameplay options. We'll see how that goes. Okay, anyway, Toby, do we have any other announcements regarding the rules?
Well, as everybody knows, we have this lottery going on in the background so far. I documented every game and everybody who played.
Oh,
and I made
yeah,
a list.
of course. So if you haven't gotten this yet, the comment from Patrick, in the rule set here, there is the connotation of 1v1. This just is just a reference to the map size, since the maps are classified in 1v1, 2v2, etc. Okay, so just to catch you up, if you haven't gotten it so far, we award tickets in a lottery for basically everything you do within the tournament. You get tickets for playing a game, you get slightly more tickets for winning a game, and so on. So in the end, the overall winner of the tournament, the first place, will receive a cash prize. Afterwards, we will, and Toby, please correct me if I'm telling anything wrong. Afterwards, we will distribute the remaining prizes, which right now constitute of game keys via lottery systems. So every ticket you achieve is another chance at winning one of the bigger prizes of the tournament, which of course, well, if you fare better in the tournament, if you win more matches, you of course have more tickets and thus better chances of winning. But at least in theory, if you just would play all the games of the first round and lose all of them, you still would have a very theoretic chance of winning in the tournament. Okay, Toby, I'll switch to your stream right now to show the current state of the raffle, if that's okay.
Yes, you can do that.
Okay, so have a look at this. This is the current state of the raffle, and I greatly appreciate you, Toby, of keeping track for us of all of this. As you can see, on the very left side is the name of the teams, and in column C are the names of the corresponding players. There you can see the tickets which each of the players got so far. And on the very right column P, I think, you can see the theoretical chance of winning in percent.
Let me explain something, how I did that. I had to I downloaded every replay from the tournament, and in the replay column of our tournament, I put a like button or the thumbs up button when I put the result of the tournament in the challenge, and I put a ticket button there to the replay when I to mark that this game is already in the raffle. So please, for all the participants, check if because like if you have another game in game. For me, it was hard to find out who was the player actually playing, and so if you have the time, take a look if I put in the right ticket to the right player, because some teams switch the players, and I try to keep that on track and then record that perfectly. But I guess I did some mistakes maybe, and it's like if you play a game and you lose, you get one ticket, and if you play a game and win, you get 3 tickets. So when you play, if you have a best of 3 and one team wins 2-0, the winner, the both players of the winning team get 6 tickets each, and the losers teams get 2 tickets, so it's like a 6-2. And just that you have an idea how I calculated that. And everybody in the end, we have the chances here to win something, and it might be super small for some players.
But don't forget that we have a multitude of prizes. We have I don't know the exact numbers, but we do have quite a large sum of game keys and stuff.
And everybody's can just win one key, so we will kick him out of the raffle when someone wins something. So your chances are rising with every.
Yeah. So how this will work is that the first person that gets drafted in the lottery can select one of the keys, one of the games from the prize pool.
I think maybe it's better just to make it randomly, no? Because like if then we have to wait until somebody picked something.
Oh, we'll figure it out some way. But interesting question from Haymaker. Hi, welcome to the chat. do you not get tickets if people who you were supposed to play against dropped?
We wanted to honor the time you used for us to, or for the tournament to play, and I mean, if the match didn't happen, I didn't put any tickets. If the match happened and like, I don't know, it wasn't finished or whatever, I put some tickets. So yeah, it's like, it's not a perfect system, but I mean, I have to draw a line somewhere, and I also understand if some, you know, if there's a group where a lot of teams dropped out, so they had less chances to get tickets, but well, it is how it is. Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, this is the current status update of the raffle. Thanks,
I will
Toby.
put it online these days, tomorrow or something. This list, I will make it available for everyone to watch, and then if you have something to change, you can contact me. And yeah.
Comment from Haymaker, the challenge seems to not give points. Which kind of points are you referring to right now?
The challenge. I mean, we will do a new challenge now for the knockout phase, because it's impossible to have our system to continue with our system. So there will be a new challenge sheet. I will create it later.
Okay. Question from Pat. Okay, yeah. Thanks, Haymaker, for the reply. This is correct, I think. Okay, good. Given all of this bureaucratic, boring stuff dealt with, Toby, do we have any other announcements regarding rules, lottery, other stuff?
But one guy asked why it's 7 points. 7 points. It's was a 2-1 win for one team, and the winning team lost one game, they get 1 point, and win 2 games, they get 6 points for that. So it's 7. And then the losing team gets 5 points because they win 1 game with 3 tickets, and they lose 2 games with 1 ticket. So that's why it's sometimes 7 and 5. It's if it was a win with 2-1 win. Yeah.
Very good. Okay.
Now comes the complicated part.
Yeah, just on a very last note, regarding the lottery, we did have quite a lot of people trying to increase the prize pool, donate to the entire tournament, all of this stuff. So what we did so far is Haymaker, in theory, it's better to go win, lose, win, but then you'll have to make sure that you win the 3rd game. So now we enabled these YouTube memberships and YouTube super chats. I don't know if you want to use this, but if you want to support the tournament, all the money that's coming in from YouTube super chats, YouTube memberships, and all the stuff like this, that's coming in during the tournament will go into the prize pool. Keep in mind, YouTube keeps a certain percentage of this, but everything else will go directly into the prize pool. If you want to donate other stuff, let's say game keys, or if you prefer to donate via PayPal or anything like this, feel free to DM me on Discord, and then we'll figure something out. Okay, now moving on to the really interesting part. We've got some teams to pick. Toby, would you like to? Yeah.
Wait a second. We will now we have the big problem that we have 6 groups, so we have 6 first places and we have 6 second places. So we have 12 teams in the first two places, and we need 16 for the quarterfinals. And we have 6 third places, and one of this team or one group we didn't find a participant, so there's like 5 third places, and now we have to find out. We need 4 of these 5 for the elimination round in the end, and that's what we're going to pick next. We want to keep it kind of simple. We have now 5 third places. Out of these 5 third places, we will spin the wheel once, and the winner of this will go immediately to the knockout stage. So we have 4 left. So 1 is like kind of free to go on, and then these remaining 4 have to play in a special game in a special mode, which we announce right after the spinning, I guess. And the winner, then we have 4 teams. 2 teams play against each other. The winning team is in the elimination round, and then the losers have another chance. The losers play against each other again, and the winning team of this losing game will continue to the final round as well. And the team who lost twice is unfortunately out of the tournament, but of course it still keeps the tickets, and but it's out of the tournament.
Okay, so to summarize all of this stuff, even if you did not win or come in second in the previous round, you still have a chance to continue to the finals. So Toby, what are we what's the word, randomly generating now?
I give you the 5 teams.
Yeah.
The 5 third places. And 1 out of this 5, we will spin it once, and the one who is chosen is immediately in the elimination round.
Okay. So, these are the teams from our group which finished in 3rd place. We have VHDGT1, we have Ghost of X-Front, we have Apex 661, we have Team 3 Points, and we have Team Fears. We are using wheelofnames.com, so this should be a random generator. Let me shuffle these around quite a bit. Again, whoever gets chosen here gets a wild card to proceed directly into the next round. Toby, you ready?
Yes.
Then I'll click the wheel, and it's this is close. It's Team Apex 661.
Okay.
Okay, we have a winner.
Awesome.
Okay.
So they go to the elimination round, and congrats to them.
Yeah.
Now you have to remove them from this shuffle.
Okay, so up next we try to determine the pairings of the how do you call this?
Hope round or whatever.
Of
In German we would say Hoffnungsround.
Okay, I mean, guys in the chat, maybe you have a better idea for a name for this. So there will be matches played between these teams here. There will be 2 losers which will drop out from the tournament at this point, and there will be 2 winners who can proceed in the tournament to the next stage. This in-between stage, these next couple of games that are coming up, we still need a catchy name for this. If you have any good idea, just drop it in the chat. Okay, then right now we have on the Wheel of Names Team Fears, Team VHDGT1, Team Ghost of X-Front, and Team 3 Points. So Toby, I'll spin the wheel, correct?
Yes. So now we see which is the first pair of
Okay.
first
so
matchup.
The first team of the first pair will be Ghost of X-Front. Yeah, it stops in the yellow zone. Ghost of X-Front will...
Okay, remove them.
Yeah, okay.
And who is her opponent? Who will play against Ghost of X-Front?
Ghost of X-Front will go on. It could be Fierce, it could be VHDGT1, it could be 3 points, and it's team VHDGT1. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
So this means the other match will be between team 3 points and team Fierce.
Mm-hmm.
Could be very interesting to see how this turns out. And again, the losers of these matches will have to drop from the tournament. The winners will be able to proceed in the tournament in the next round. However, these should not be your ordinary tournament rounds with the same set of rules and all of this. As the other games from this tournament, we want to spice things up just a tiny bit, just for these couple of games. And we figured these teams will face off against each other in no income matches. We'll post the exact rules for these matches in a couple of minutes on the Discord. But basically, these teams will play against each other without any income and within a Toby 20 minutes, right?
30 minutes.
Within a 30-minute time frame.
Best of one. It's just a best of one. It's not a best of 3.
It's just a best of one, so it's sudden death. Yeah.
Okay. Just for the records, in the following, we will talk about game 1 with Ghost of X-Front and VHDGT, and game 2 is the game between 3 points and Fierce, because we will already start doing the bracket or the tree for the quarterfinals, and yeah, so the teams already know who they will be playing against when they proceed in the tournament. Okay. So now, because we have 6 first places and we need 8, we have the 6 second places of the groups, and 2 of them will be also going to the first place group or first place teams. Yeah. So Gruppenzweite here. So we have 6 teams. And out of these 6 teams, we will choose 2 teams which are going to the head.
Okay. So while I try to prepare the wheel again, we've just started a little. Hey shit! My English is so outdated. Give us your opinion in the chat on who will triumph in this wild card round.
More or less, who will fail? No, just one can fail. Or do you have to pick 3?
You can pick your favorite. Okay. So just to summarize, we now have Unbeliebt und Unbesiegt, Korea Rockers, Die Eidgenossen, Pope Joe Biden II, The Weakest Link, and Better Capom. Toby, all of these are the first placed groups out of their respective group stage groups, yes? Second place. Okay.
They were second place.
So,
okay.
Now we try to determine in which group, in which match, in which bracket, I think you could say this, in which bracket they will placed for the next round, for the final round. So, in the first group, in the first group will be, oh, this looks like Team Pope Joe Biden II.
Okay.
Okay, we moving Pope Joe Biden II from the big magic wheel. Let's have a look at the chat right now. Team Fierce is the leading contender, at least in our viewers' opinion. Interesting. Okay, moving on. It's Korea Rockers.
Okay.
Very good. Okay. Moving on.
Okay, wait.
Once
And
more.
now? No, it's okay.
No,
we have two.
yeah.
That's enough.
Wait, I've just spun it.
Okay, that has no...
Should I?
no.
Okay.
No, just... Okay, we have 4 now left. These are the second places of the group. And now we add to these second places the third places, this hope round, or however we will call it. And I will send you the... Now add these 4, please. It's super complicated, but I have it in mind.
Of course, it's super complicated. We're German, we over-engineer stuff. But as long as you know what we're doing, I'm happy. Okay, so these are the winners of this wildcard round, which we just drew a couple of minutes ago. Okay, so are you... Let me shuffle these up a bit. Toby, I can spin the wheel again, yes?
Wait, let me explain something. Maybe make a short... go shortly to my screen.
Okay. Okay, we're on your screen.
We have this tree now. We have the 16 teams, the 8 matchups, and now we will find with the second places. The first one who's chosen is in the first game. The second one who's chosen is in the second game, and the third one is in the third game, and so on. So we will fill it up now with the first and the second places, but first with the second places, or with the and then we will see against which elite teams they have to play. Okay, so you can spin the wheel.
Okay. Do you want to
Yeah.
to change the spreadsheet in real time?
Well, it's just for now, and I will put it in the challenge so it.
Yeah, but just add it for now, so we have a bit of an overview that we
What should I change?
Just add the teams that we just drew.
No, but you have to see in which place they are. I can't just put them inside.
Oh, okay. But
you
you'll
choose one with your wheel, and I will put it in the.
okay.
Bracket. So in the first matchup is Apex.
Apex 661, yeah. Okay.
And you have to remove him. Exactly.
Adam, welcome to the chat. Just scroll back a couple of seconds where we drew the matchups of the third place teams. Okay, moving on. It's close, but it's the Eidgenossen. Okay, so Eidgenossen being added here. Moving on. It's Better Kapom. Okay, very good. Already added here. Okay, spinning again. And we have Unbeliebt und Unbesiegt. Very good, also being added here. Moving on. And we have the winner of the losers match. And oh, this is going to be close, but it's winner of match 1 of the elimination round. So this is the wildcard round. This is one of the 3rd place teams. Moving on. And it's the weakest link for the second to last, and then winner of match 2 of the elimination round. Okay, very, very good. So this is how the next phase of the tournament will go down. Now we have to determine the corresponding opponents. Is that correct?
Exactly. So now we have the 8 teams of the who won. And plus Pope Joe Biden. And the other team was Korea Rockers. I send it to you.
Okay, so the reel has been repopulated. So now we try to determine the corresponding opponents here.
Exactly. First of Apex. Who is playing against Apex? Let's see.
And the reel is starting, and it's going to be Team America First, Smug Pepe.
My favorite for the tournament. It's my guess they will win, but we will see.
Who's in Team America First?
It's Ghosty and Nick Deman.
Interesting team. Anyway, I don't think we've casted any games from them so far. Yeah.
Nope.
Okay. So it's Team America First who will face off against Apex 661. Next up, facing off against the Eidgenossen, it is
10% of but no one's buying drum track only. Sorry, I can't re-upload it without taking down the whole album. The song is still on Spotify.
This is very, very good.
Sorry again. From Greens on Toast von Spotify.
Okay, never mind. It's Team Korea Rockers.
Okay, that will be a close game, I guess. The Eidgenossen are really good, Korea Rockers too, so I think it will be like they're on the same level, so we will see. The Eidgenossen played against Blitz and Stealth, Blitz 17, and I have to say I watched them live and they were kind of very close, so they had a chance. They lost 2-0, but they had a chance in both games to win. So don't underestimate the Switzerland.
Could be interesting. Okay, so next up we're looking for an opponent for Team Beta Capon. Spinning the wheel. And it's close again, but it's Team Help. They are Ontos. So Team Help, they are Ontos facing off against Beta Capon. Oh, let me turn down the music. Okay, this is better. Okay, removing this team, and next up we're looking for an opponent for Team Unbeliebt und Unbesiegt. Spinning the reel. Here we go. So, facing off against Team Unbeliebt und Unbesiegt, it's Team Pro Capitalists. Very good. This could become quite exciting. This is the Dressman team, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so next up, for an opponent for the winner of the losers match.
So maybe these teams have to wait a little until their games can happen. So
It will be Team Pope Joe Biden.
the second, I guess, no?
The second,
Yeah.
Very good, very good. Okay, and facing off against the winner of the wildcard match 1 will be only 3 teams in the pot right now. We have 50 years old, Blitz 17, and Triple Baguette. And it's so close again, but it's Team Triple Baguette. Okay, and facing off against the weakest link, it could right now it could be Team 50 years old and Team Blitz 17. We've got a couple of Stealth and Blitz fans here, but it's Team 50 years old, which Team 50 years old, which makes Blitz 17 the opponent of winner of match 2.
So maybe, well, by the really strong teams seem it's the earliest they can meet is in the half final, no? So like Erasmus's team and Nick Deman's team and Blitzwars team is like kind of spread out. So interestingly, they can just meet in the half final, semi-finals. So
I feel like this could enable quite a lot of surprises. And I'm very interested in the matches that are about to go down here.
Let me. I will write down the rules, of course, again in the group, in the announcement channel. But let me clarify the rules for a moment. It's best of 3 again, and we don't care which decks you take anymore. But you have to choose specializations like in the group stage. But we don't care if it's the overlapping rule. We will not care about that. It's just you have to choose different specializations, and it's a best of 3. And again, the map pool is chosen like before. The maps, first everybody bans one map, and then everybody can choose a map, and then it's going alternating until there's one map left, and the map you choose, you have to play. And the one who chooses the map has to take pick the decks before, and then the other team can choose the decks. So that's like the same procedure, but we are not recording the maps the decks you already pick. So that was just for the group stage to make it a little more interesting, to have a little variety with the units, and exactly. So I will do now a challenge page where I put in and we'll post the challenge page then in the tournament announcements, so that you can see how it is going on. And yes, that's it for the moment.
Okay, very good. Toby, thank you so much for being with us, and thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to get subscribed for all updates about the tournament, and see you again very